And our guest here to discuss for this hour, joining us from Miami, trial attorney Kelly Hyman. Kelly, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us here on the program. And as I was saying, yes, I agree. The presumption is that you're innocent till proven guilty. Jail is difficult. It's not the 4 seasons. That's clear. But she finally got to what I thought were the more persuasive arguments. The idea that this alleged flight, really wasn't flight, based on the story that was told on the stand, if you find her to be credible. And also that there's a difficulty here preparing for trial. Those are 2 arguments that I think the judge will have to consider.
Absolutely. The judge definitely needs to consider that, but also the fact, the very compelling argument that they cannot protect her. And she kept saying that over and over again, that they cannot protect her. So when you think of it from that standpoint, that her own safety is on the line and she's trying to prepare for the trial, is a very compelling argument for the judge to listen to and to hear that as well. And we're going to be interesting to see what exactly the judge does in this case. Does he let her out with very strict standards where she stays and all those type of things? Or is he going to maybe say she has to go to a different facility and put her in there until her trial as well?
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, yeah, they did ask for very strict conditions for her, so. We will see. He reserved his ruling, Kelly. Thank you so much. But meanwhile, we're going to turn to our other Florida case. This one's called the bedtime murder trial for Jermaine Bass. We'll bring that to you when we come back. You're watching Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Michael Ayala here with Kelly Krapf. Now in Florida, testimony is underway in the bedtime murder trial. Defendant Jermaine Bass is facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder in connection to the fatal shooting of his 5-year-old daughter. His 8-year-old son was also injured during the incident.
Before we get you into court, let's get you caught up on this case against Bass. Here's Court TV anchor Ted Rowlands.
August 29th, 2022, just after 10:30 p.m., shots ring out at the Armature Gate townhomes in Tampa, Florida. Police arrive and find Shirley Bass hysterical.
The mom was outside. She was crying, asking about her kids.
When they enter her home, they see her husband, 30-year-old Jermaine Bass, sitting on the couch holding the couple's 8-year-old son. The boy's head is wrapped in a towel with visible blood. He says his head hurts. According to court documents, Bass tells the officers he was removing a magazine from his firearm when it went off. At this point, officers think they're dealing with a horrible accident.
The husband says, my 5-year-old daughter's upstairs sleeping. Deputies go upstairs only to make the gruesome discovery that there's a 5-year-old laying in a top bunk, laying in a pool of her own blood.
Both children were shot multiple times in the head. Neighbors say Jermaine's behavior at the scene was odd.
He was calm. He seemed calm to me. We were all the way down here and he was a few feet down there, but he seemed calm. The mom was hysterical, but he seemed rather calm. I didn't hear his voice, nothing.
Court records show hints of a tumultuous relationship between Shirley and Jermaine Bass. Months before the shooting, he had filed for divorce. The night of the shooting, Shirley Bass had gone out with friends, and while she was away, there were numerous calls between her and her husband. The shooting happened minutes after she returned home. 5-year-old Ayala was pronounced dead at the hospital. Her brother required surgery, but survived. Shirley Bass has since filed for and has been granted a divorce from Jermaine.
All right, I want to take you back into court now. They're making some arguments outside the presence of the jury.
Okay, so on page 2, the lessers. The lessers of first-degree murder or second-degree murder, manslaughter.
Well, yes, on the first page, the middle, this is the only page where I saw it, the middle name is ANDA. In the heading and in the first sentence.
LAVANDA?
Yes, and you have it correct in the rest of it. It was just that one page.
LAVANDA. I cut and pasted it, so it should be wrong the whole time.
No.
I guess not. Okay. I'll check for that and then throughout just to make sure. Thank
It's on
you.
the bottom too.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do a search and replace.
Okay.
All right.
Judge, the only thing I have on that is when it comes to felony murder, there's a third-degree felony murder.
On page 2?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's where I'm getting there. So the lesser crimes included in the definition of first-degree murder are second-degree murder and manslaughter.
And third-degree felony murder.
For the first-degree murder, there's a third-degree murder.
Yes.
All right.
Third-degree felony murder.
All right. Lesser crime for ag child abuse is ag battery and third-degree felony murder.
No, it's just aggravated battery.
Okay. That's what you were trying to explain to me that I didn't comprehend.
Yeah.
Got it now. Thank you. Lesser crimes and attempted first are attempted second, attempted manslaughter. There's no attempted third though, right?
No.
No.
Right. Okay. So, page 2, intro to homicide is all standard.
You just have to add the third degree felony murder to that as well.
Oh, yeah.
On the second paragraph and the third.
Okay. Page 3, 7.2, first degree premeditated murder. Are you asking for heat of passion? I don't,
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know what evidence there has, but I'm going to heat of passion, Judge.
I just think based on the timing of the events and the fact that it's gonna be a circumstantial case as to what happened in there, I think that, that should be given.
well, his own statement says is that it's an accident. That's the only evidence I have right now.
I agree, Judge. That's the state's position as well.
Well, the state in their opening talked about some kind of, issues going on in the Bass household, as well as what China Gadsden said in the drive home. They made a point of how quickly this happened from the time that Shirley's car arrived and my client's car arrived. So I think based on the timing of the events, that they're gonna say it happened quickly from the time that she got home, which could be inferred by that evidence that this is something that just happened.
Right, is Miss Bass gonna testify?
No, Your Honor.
Is Mr. Bass gonna testify?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I'm putting a big question mark by that because I don't know that I have any evidence. I mean, there has to be something in the record. Sudden event, suspended.
Still with us, trial attorney Kelly Hyman. All right, Kelly, so we're hearing some big developments in this case that we had been watching. Shirley Bass not going to testify. Also, the defense counsel saying the defendant in this case most likely will not testify.
In a criminal trial, the defendant doesn't have to testify. He can talk about it with his attorney whether to testify, and the attorney can advise him, yes, you should testify, no, you should not testify, but ultimately it is the defendant's decision of whether to testify or not. And if they do testify, it's important to remember that that opens up the door for the prosecution to cross-examine him and ask all types of questions. So from a strategy point, the state has to prove their case, so it's important to remember that by not testifying, it's okay. They cannot use that evidence against him, the fact that he doesn't testify, because the state has to prove of their case in this matter. And I didn't think in this type of case that he was going to testify based on the opening statements by the defendant's counsel.
Yeah, but the bigger question is, why isn't Shirley Bass testifying,
Yeah,
the mother?
it's perplexing.
You know, and I wonder if the defense would want to call her just to make her take the fifth on the stand, because I think that's helpful to their case. But we'll get to that in just a minute. Stand by, Kelly. I do have to take a break. When we come back, there's a new witness on the stand. This witness is a firearms expert, important witness in this case. So we'll have more when we come back from the bedtime murder trial for Jermaine Bass going on in Florida. Keep it here on Core TV.